Hey guys, Maria here. So in a few of my videos, probably almost every video, I've mentioned that I have sensitive skin and I can't use this product because it has this ingredient. And I can't use that product because it has this other ingredient. And so basically, a lot of you have asked me, well, how did you figure out that specific ingredients in products were the thing that's breaking you out? And so today I'm making this video to share my methodology for figuring out what ingredients irritate your skin or cause you to have breakouts. And I'm going to go ahead and just let you know that number one, this isn't necessarily a fun system. It's not easy and it takes a lot of patience, and you have to kind of commit yourself ahead of time to knowing that it is going to be something that takes time. You have to be patient with the process, knowing that the end result is going to be worth it. I currently have a lot of breakouts going on because I used something that I was pretty sure was going to break me out, but I was right. And that's the beauty of this system. A lot of times I know in advance if something has something in it that usually is a trigger for my skin. So I'm going to give you some tips, and then I'm going to kind of share the system I have as well. And hopefully this video doesn't get too long. If you guys have any questions or need me to clarify anything, please feel free to leave a comment and I will do my best to help you out. I'm also going to leave some links in the description bar that you will probably find very helpful as well. So the first thing you need to know when it comes to like testing products or figuring out ingredients that break you out is you really want to go one product at a time. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am like a product whore. I love playing with skincare and makeup and hair care and I just love products. They're so fun to switch out and try new things and see why this one is better than that one, and is the price on this one actually making it a better product, and all of that kind of stuff. And I think most of you guys are like that too. That's why we watch YouTube videos. That's why we make YouTube videos, because we are passionate about that. But here's the thing. You have to start at the bottom. You have to start at ground zero and slowly start adding products back in. So personally, I recommend you start with just a cleanser. And like I said, I told you guys at the very beginning of this that it's not easy and it's not a fun process. So does this mean you might not wear makeup for a while? Well, if you're serious about figuring out your skin's triggers, then yes, that's what it means. If you aren't willing to do that, then you won't really be able to follow my system. Well, it's not even really my system, it's just the way I've done things. So start with a very basic cleanser, and I say give every product around 2 weeks. However, all of our skin is different. My skin is pretty highly reactive. I know within a period of 2 to 4 days if something breaks me out, but that's my skin. I know people who it takes a month for a product to really start to irritate their skin. And everyone's different. You might find you're closer to me and it only takes a few days, or you might be somewhere in the middle, and that's okay. So once you kind of know how long it takes you to try a product out, then you can adjust that trial period. But I say start with 2 weeks. I think that's pretty much the recommended trial period for a lot of products. And during that 2 weeks, you want to try your best not to introduce any other products, because you really have to single out that product and see if it breaks you out. And if it doesn't, then you can add something else in, like a moisturizer. And then basically you just start slowly adding things back in. It's like an elimination diet that some doctors might ask you to do to see like if certain things are allergens for you. It's not any different. It's very similar, in fact. And what I did is, as I added things in, I started an Excel spreadsheet, and I have 2 tabs on it. On one tab, I have things that don't break me out, and I list the product name and the ingredients. On the second sheet, I have things that do break me out, and I list the product name and the ingredients. And there's a very helpful website called Cause DNA. I'll leave it linked below. And you can enter in a product and it will give you the entire ingredients list. It also gives you how likely that ingredient is to be acne causing, and also how much of an irritant that ingredient is listed as being. I'm not 100% sure like where they get the acne causing and the irritant like information from. I'm sure they list it. I've just never looked to see, but I found it to be pretty spot on for myself. So then I would go through, and the products that break me out, I would look and see what ingredients are in here that are listed as causing acne, and I would make a note of those on my spreadsheet. And what ingredients are in here that are listed as an irritant, same thing. And then I would take those ingredients, I told you it's kind of complicated. I would take the ingredients that are in something that breaks me out, and I would compare those to, are they in stuff that doesn't break me out? If it's in the stuff that does break me out and in stuff that doesn't break me out, then there's a good chance that that specific ingredient is okay. So, for example, I should have like pulled something. Well, let's do that. I gotta find something that has ingredients on it though, don't I? That might be tougher than it looks, because most of these things don't have ingredients on them. That's not helpful. This only has okay, that's not gonna work. But if there's a chemical or an ingredient in both something that breaks you out and something that doesn't break you out, then it probably is okay for you. But I would just like maybe on the sheet for doesn't break me out, make a note of that and kind of watch. And as you add products in, keep track of that ingredient, and does it continue to appear in products that don't break you out or not. So it's just kind of that's like a red flag. If you it's just a red flag. But I also would try to find the commonality in products that definitely 100% for sure break me out. And I know they for sure break me out because I've only introduced them one at a time. So if I'm adding in a new foundation, I only try that new foundation. I don't also change up something else in my skincare. All of that has to stay the same. It's just like the scientific method, basically. It's process of elimination. And so taking that new foundation, and then if it does break me out, it goes on the spreadsheet. I put the ingredients in. I look and see what is in this that has also been in other products that break me out, and try to find some commonalities between them. And that is how I have been able to figure out a lot of the products that just don't agree with my skin. That's how I figured out silicone, and also silicone derivatives like dimethicone don't really work for me. I can't use lavender. I can't use jojoba. I can't use retinol palmitate, which is like a vitamin A derivative. I found out all of those from this method. And sure enough, every time I buy a product that has one of those in it, it's almost, I would say it's like 99% of the time I have a reaction. And usually that reaction is a breakout. And for me, I've just realized that it's not worth it to me personally to use things that break me out. I would rather use something else. And that's hard because like with me personally, silicone is in so many things. And there's so many foundations and face products that have it in it, and I just can't use those. And I've decided I would rather be okay with not using those and find something that does work for me, even though my selection range is a lot more limited. And then the other tip I would give you is, once you've been able to figure out a few things that you can't use, read ingredients. Always, always, always read ingredients. And don't be like me and just skim the ingredients and then get home and start trying something out. And then you're like, well, why am I breaking out? And then you look and realize you only half read the ingredients. Don't do that. Take a few moments in the store, look through the entire ingredients list, and make sure that everything on there is things that you don't know, that you are sure. I've gotten this so backwards. Make sure there's no products, there's no, wow, I should just start this out. In the store, when you're looking, make sure there are no ingredients on that product that are on your like flagged ingredients spreadsheet. Make sure that you're positive that none of the triggers are in that product, because it's really, to me, not at all worth it. I hope this has been somewhat helpful for you. I don't know. I kind of got a little scatterbrained there at the end, but basically that's all I do. It sounds kind of complicated, and it is at first, but you get used to it. And also, I don't know, like it's very trying, and it's not fun to only be using one or two things at a time at first, but it goes quickly, and it's worth it if you can start to see clear skin. Now, obviously, this method is only going to work if your skin's acne is caused by products and it's not like a hormonal thing or some kind of other lifestyle thing. If you have those issues going on, then you'll probably need to see a dermatologist or speak to your doctor, because this may help a little bit, but it's not going to be like the final solution for you. But personally, this has been life-changing for me. It has just totally, number one, it's changed the way I look at products. I definitely read ingredients on everything now, and I've gotten better about not just like half-ass reading, but actually reading the ingredients. And I've just started taking better care of my skin. I feel like I know my body so much better through doing this for myself. So I hope you guys have found this helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'll be happy to answer those for you to the best of my ability. I'm not a medical doctor. I don't have any kind of specialized training in dermatology or anything like that, but this has worked for me, so I wanted to share it with you. See you later. Bye.